Let me bang.
I do let you bang. Hey,
let me bang you, James, man.
I let you bang. I let you bang.
Greetings, nerds and virgins.
Go for Jesus. No forget Jesus, people.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time once again for your favorite mixed martial arts podcast. Recording out of Los Angeles, California, it's MMA Roasted with Adam Hunter.
What's up, people? Welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted podcast. I'm here with the legend Mayhem Miller. Jason, we got to talk about a lot of things. One of the things I always say about Jason is people, I'm like, when Jason was at, first of all, I think you're at your high right now. Once again,
Not even, I haven't begun to peak.
I think you're at your peak right now. But when Jason was at, because just spiritually, intellectually, emotionally, just the way you are, I think you're at your peak right now. Your character, how kind people. Anyway, but when you were on Bully Beatdown, I remember.
We're talking about the peak of my fame. Now I'm at the peak of my mental intelligence, and it keeps rising. But yeah, you're talking about famous guy Mayhem, where everybody knew me. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I remember asking you to. I was coaching wrestling, and I asked. Hey, I was like, "Hey, man, we got a tournament. Will you come and talk to the kids?" And I think we only met like once or twice before that, maybe one at the tops. And you came all the way to the tournament to give a speech to the kids. I mean, granted, you are also like banging a girl down the block. So I'm also going to like factor that in.
Well, no. I think that, when you have those type of engagements, you try to make use of the time.
Right.
Okay. And
right.
If you're up there in Beverly Hills and your Beverly Hills girlfriend says, hey, come over, you got to go over.
So I'm like, the fact that you did that really meant a lot to me. It's, that really meant a lot to me, to be honest.
And it meant a lot to me. You have no idea, because that stuck with me for years. Just because, man, what a beautiful tournament. Won matches, lost matches. I think we won the whole thing, right? And I felt part of the team, even though I was a grown man and not in eighth grade.
Yeah, and even though maybe a week later you were on the news with the SWAT team. Well, okay, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, but that was just coincidence of circumstance,
Right, but what I'm saying is that meant
don't blame yourself is what I'm saying. Don't blame yourself for that.
I will not, absolutely not. But the reason I'm saying this is because when you said that you were going to commentate 3 hours away on the Sam Alvey versus John match last week, I had no doubt that you were going to do that. Because I'm like, most people would say, yeah, I'll do that. And then they'll go, oh, it's fucking 3 hours. 4 hours.
No, I'm psycho, bro. I gave Sam Alvey my word. I said I was going to do it. And then I was angry that day when I called at Friday morning and I called Sam Alvey and said, Sam Alvey, is the fight on? He's like, yes, it is. And I was like, oh. I sighed heavily because I knew there was a 3 hour, maybe 4 journey in front of me of traffic, butts to nuts, lug nuts to lug nuts, locked up on the 91. That's just part of being a Californian.
No, so when I was in Canada, I was in, I think, Prince George. We had the night off because it was a Friday night and the show was Saturday. And I was sitting there at this like formal dinner with Russell Peters and like some other people. And I'm like, Russell, he's like, what are you watching on your phone? And I'm like explaining to him, oh, Sam Alvey is fighting some guy from TikTok that never fought in his life. And he said he's the greatest fighter of all time. And then I hear from the background, and I go, who goes, what was that? I go, oh, that's Mayhem Miller, who I told to commentate. And then he goes, who's the guy in the ring? Oh, that's Dan Henderson reffing. Like that, it was like the perfect,
all the world's a stage, baby. We're all playing our part.
So will you tell me, will you tell us what happened? Is that Russell?
Yeah, man. The TikTok drama, I get to deliver it directly
Yeah, hold on.
Right from the horse. I bust up in after fighting traffic and my suit onto me into the parking lot. Okay. I run through, I'm sprinting through, and just, wow, it was like fully beat down flashbacks, bro. I like rolled up in there and was like, wow, okay, this is the feeling. And they were getting ready to face off. I made a huge entrance, yelling and screaming, it's time for a good old fashioned booty down. And, did the bit, jumped up on the commentary position and just shredded jokes for like 6 minutes. Maybe more, because I think the bully made it to the second round. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was what.
And then as he fell.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because the commentary was funny, because I framed it as this. Look, Jonathan, we know, but do you got that dog in there? And that's what I kept after. I believe he proved to be a mixed martial arts champion. Not today, but, he got that dog in him. And we appreciate that.
A couple things. First of all, if anyone hasn't seen the fight, all right, a little backstory. Some guy on TikTok claimed he was the greatest fighter of all time. All the guys in the UFC are pussies. Someone tagged Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey jumped on the thing. They made 24 back and forth videos. And Sam Alvey happens to be hilarious because he would just, freeze whatever John said, comment on it. And John would be like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Sam would be like, hey, relax there, buddy. Masturbate to yourself. It was one after another of Sam's hilarious shtick. So then they actually, people did a GoFundMe and they flew this guy, John. It was clear from the thing that John was completely out of shape. He was like I don't know, he had no cardio. And what bothered me a little bit about this fight was Sam, in Bully Beatdown, it looked like the bullies, well, not the bullies, the MMA guys were trying to hurt the bullies. I mean, they were like, all right, I'm not gonna go easy on you. I mean, maybe they were a little bit, but for the most part, it was like, I'm going to submit you in 9 seconds, 12 seconds.
See, but that's the natural evolution. Sam is such a great martial artist that he can literally toy with the guy.
Sam was going, it looked like he was going.
He's showcasing.
Yeah, he was going not even. Yeah, I wouldn't even say
he's showcasing his martial arts. Yeah, he's showcasing it for us. Because at any moment Jonathan could have been ended.
But he was going 10%, right? 15%.
Just the reality of. Yeah, he was going pretty light. Yeah. He was being a very friendly fighter, sparring. It was ultimately, that's what it was. It was a sparring match. They had some fun. The guy, I said, hey, let's go. I really wanted to up the stakes, if you noticed on the broadcast. Yeah. So instead of just letting him off the hook, right when the camera's in his face, I went, all right, sudden death, let's go. And bro, the load of poop his pants could not be held back. He did not want no more.
No, so Sam knocked the guy out in the second round with a tap that the guy looked like he was exhausted. The guy.
That was not a tap. No, you're showing. No, that was just a nice solid one. He brought that one up with perfect technique. He just sent it, not hard, but just perfect technique, and it just popped his chin in the right spot to let him send him down to his seat.
So the guy was down for 10, 15 minutes, and he was wearing knee pads. So Sam kept kicking his legs, but he was wearing knee pads, like shin guards. So Sam kept kicking him out. So then cut to the guys in the bathroom, on the bathroom floor for 20 minutes, right? Sam took a picture of him laid out in the urinal. Now, the guy is talking all this shit, saying, I'm going to beat you. Let's do this again. I lasted longer than Tyrone Spong. I'm the real fucking champion. It's gotten worse. This guy did not get humbled at all. In fact.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that comes into a special case of mental illness a bit. And the glazed over look in his eyes let me know that he was completely done that night. So I know if he wants to keep going for a rematch after rematch until he's basically training for his own death, then fine.
But here's why
I don't know if anyone's going to pay for round 2.
No, I don't. Well, no one paid for round 1. But here's the thing. So here's why I feel good about, first of all, you, Mayhem. Number one, because you're doing this podcast. No one's getting rich or even it's ridiculous, right? We're all doing this for the love of the game. But I did have the guy on who did that crazy tire fighting and car fighting and Bob fighting. And then you were on that show, that podcast, and he hired you right away. So next thing I know, I see you on ESPN Ocho. So I feel like maybe I made the assist there, or I made so I was happy about that.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. What do you mean? You get all the credit for that one.
And then I told you about the Alvey thing, right?
What are you talking about? You've always been instrumental in my success. You've always been helpful to my success in one way or another, bud. I really appreciate it.
Oh, no, so I feel like, so then the Sam Alvey thing, I told you about that. Then you go over there, and then you put it on Instagram.
Yeah, totally.
It was on Alvey's Instagram. Every comment was like, we need Mayhem Miller commenting Eric Nickersack, right? That's his last name. He the head guy at Extreme. All these guys that are head coaches were like, get Mayhem Miller back on commentary. All these Jay Heron.
Well, it's funny. It's funny to be like an expert in such a niche field where you can talk very rapid about something that's unfolding in front of you. And, that's really, I think fast because I've been in so many fights, 50 to be exact. So it's like a kind of a weird place not many people can do this. Like, can I watch the fight and make deductions and at the same time respond? It's like a rare skill. And I developed it over time and now have been trying to write and be more disciplined like you are with the writing of it. Like, not even literally jotting stuff down, but more taking notes of when I say something special, like, oh, make sure to say that again. That's the big challenge for me.
I'm happy. And it's true. And also there's like a certain nonsense but / realness that goes on, because some people can actually commentate on actual fights and some people can commentate on just complete nonsense, but you are like be able to commentate on both, which is good because you're mixing this complete.
Wait. Oh, color. You mean color is nonsense color? That's what Joe Rogan does, right?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about nonsense as in
color
a trained fighter.
Play-by-play.
No, I mean like a play-by-play versus with a trained fighter versus a guy from North Carolina that's never fought before, or people fighting and like doing real jiu-jitsu in cars, or like doing real wrestling in tires. And so I'm saying like yes, there's an actual.
Oh, I got it. Oh, the events are so wild. Yeah. I also did Armored League, the combat for that. I invented my own moves and language. I called certain strikes with the sword a jab. I was like, oh, jab. Hit, and then when you come over the top, it was a cross. So it's like a lot of invention now. And martial arts everybody knows a bit of martial arts now in America. So it's like a beautiful day.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a certain thing where I think
growth.
I mean, you know what it is though. But I was watching like my TikTok. These algorithms are crazy. Like for example, I go on Indian Christmas music where it's like deck the halls at blah blah, and like, oh, that's kind of funny, right? Like jingle bells. Like next thing I know, I watch it for 12
Indians.
Yes, I watch it for 12 seconds, and then I get 55 different Christmas songs, and it's almost like you can't watch something for more than 12 seconds, because then you're just going to be barraged with this. So I was watching like when people get beat up in the gym, like when basically my algorithm became when a guy shows up to the gym thinking he's tough, and he gets the shit beaten out of him by the trained guy, right? Which is always like kind of cool to see because the guy's like, oh, I'm an undefeated street fighter. And then he goes up against a guy who trains, and the undefeated street fighter always gets his ass kicked. But I watched one the other day where the guy, it was this big fat Asian guy, and another guy who was in shape, who had like all tatted up Asian guy. The street fighter was the Asian guy. The big fat guy kicked the shit out of him because he was trained. But then when he got to the ground, he straight soccer kicked him in the head. Literally just sock. And I'm like, okay, that's what I think it goes a little too far. When
the trained guy did?
Yeah.
Oh, but here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. so like people are very judgmental and like in a like if it feels like a life or death situation, people will like react with like fatal consequence. You get what I'm saying? Like if somebody gets their adrenalized to the point where their limbic system believes they're fighting for their life, like your ancient brain deep down will protect itself 100% on accident. Like you know what I mean? You'll
Yeah.
do this stuff. It's just it's an unfortunate consequence of millions of years of evolution, like keeping you alive. If there's a time to attack, guys will react too far and go overboard, and it's like make a mistake. It's something to be really looked after in sparring situations. Guys will accidentally go overboard because their body is telling them, "Oh, you might die if you don't win." You
Right.
know, and yeah, that's something to look out for. It's not here as a coach. It's my job to harness that natural propensity to like go super strength, harness that, but up to the point. You know what I mean? And pull them back because dudes will injure each other or something.
Yeah,
It's a dangerous sport that we're involved in.
No, it's funny, man, because sometimes things like what you said, like I remember going to I was training at Henzo Gracie's, and we were doing it was Muay Thai, and and I was kind of and
In New York.
no, this is in LA, and I had boxed before, so I'm not a good boxer, but I was a better boxer than the guy that I was going with, right? And I hate when they're like 50% sparring, 60%, because no one ever knows what 60% is, myself included,
See, I've abandoned that. I've abandoned that nomenclature. As far as my coaching goes, I never say that. I say, guys, we're going to go high speed and no power. High speed and no power. Like encourage everyone to do good technique with like high velocity, but at the end of your punch, like relax. Because this comes in handy in a real fight anyway, to be able to like quickly punch at the guy without power, because then you can sneak a power in there. I don't do this. It's up to you to figure out how much 50% is. I want to use zero power to go high speed. But then later, when the guys know how to work better, they're more professional, you can let them take it up a notch.
That's really.
So anyway,
really,
go ahead. You got beat up at Muay Thai.
I was going 50. Right? I was kind of lighting the guy up. I gotta say, I was beating him to the punch when it came to boxing.
Oh, you're piecing him up. Okay.
And then the guy just
like
fucking
2 3s or what?
Just 1 2. Yeah, 1 2 3.
Kicks your face off.
Yeah. Then the guy just kicks me in the head. Right. Boom. And I'm like,
yeah. Protect yourself at all times. It's a Muay Thai class, pal.
Right.
Protect yourself at all
times. But he kicked me pretty fucking hard.
All right. So go ahead. How are you the jerk? How is he the jerk then?
He wasn't because it wasn't kick the guy as hard as you can.
Sounds like you were beating the hell out of him.
This was not a 60%.
Yeah, into a corner and he kicked her face.
Well, the coach stepped in. The coach saw what was going to happen, and the coach was like, "Okay, guys, you guys go with somebody else."
Well, obviously,
because then I was I was mad, and I told Connor that he's like, "Yeah, when somebody tags you hard, your first instinct is to tag the guy harder, and tagging the guy harder is not what brings the heat down. Like that, like you always think that like tagging the guy harder is."
But listen here, sparring etiquette. Okay, when you got the guy good, when you hit him real hard, like you can feel it on your knuckles. It's up to you as a sparring partner to slow down and go up. Like acknowledge, hey, that one landed hard. I'm taking it down. My bad. You know what I mean? I'll look out for this one. So it's up, I don't know. I'm giving a lot of like advice right now to some shit that happened to you 500 years ago. Yeah, anyway, how did it happen? How did it resolve?
Don Fry says he's in the waiting room. There is no waiting room. Is there a waiting room for the podcast?
Yeah, I saw the guys texting while we're already on the show. Yeah, unlock these dudes because bro, I'm missing turns all through LA right now.
It doesn't say participants. It doesn't give me a
wait. It doesn't say they're in.
It doesn't say you're gonna. Fuck, come on.
Yeah, man. It's just me and you, right?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
I only see us.
I'll try this again. Fucking A, man. All right. Meanwhile,
There
like,
is
meanwhile,
Joe editing this shit.
no, Joe doesn't fucking edit it. I sent it to Joe, edited it. Otherwise, everything that I asked to be taken out, which is usually nothing, will not be taken out. He probably highlights it and puts it in the fucking description. Like, check out 3440 when fucking Don Fry says the most racist. Anyway, by the way, so I came home. I was in I went from Canada to New York, back to New York, back to LA for like 6 hours. I hang out with my kid, and then I'm back in Canada, all within like 24 hours. And my daughter, we're playing Let's Prank Mommy because she read a book like How to Prank Your Brother or something. So we were like, okay. So I'm like, hey, how about we do things where we like, I don't know, let's put stickers on her butt, when she's not looking, or let's. And then my daughter goes, let's pee in her lemonade. I'm like, what? And then she's like, let's poop in her shoes. I'm like, where are we getting these pranks from? Like I just wanted to go like simple stickers on the butt. And she's
Listen, wait. She's 6, right? She's 6. These are solid 6-year-old pranks, bro.
7.
These are like top shelf, actually. Like for her to think about poop and pee being like, she knows that her mom would freak. What would freak mommy out the most? Poop and pee in her shoes. Like, brilliant. Your daughter is gifted, advanced.
Yeah, pea and lemonade. It kind of reminds me when I was in boarding school. Like I used to get picked on all the time because I was 84 pounds and everyone else was like 100. And I was in the 8th grade and I was the only 8th grader there. So these kids would like, I would get picked on. So this one guy would always try to beat me up. So I used to put thumbtacks all over the floor. And I was like, and I'm like, hey, your mom's a whore. And then he'd walk into the room and step on all the thumbtacks. And then he'd be like, ow, ow, and on the bed and pulling out the thumbtacks one by one. And I would just laugh my ass off. Oh, those are some good times. Yeah, I was a pretty evil kid, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, did I ever tell you about the time?
It's a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Did I tell you when I was flying on an airplane? And what do you do when someone's in your seat? Like, do you let the person sit in your seat?
I go, what's the deal with airplane peanuts?
No. Okay, so I'm going to my thanks, Mayhem.
Usually I just,
yeah.
hey, bro, I'm sorry. You suddenly had a delay. I don't know why. And suddenly there's a delay on the line. So my bad. This podcast always goes off without a hitch.
So
anyway, you're getting to another comedian fucking airplane story.
No, I'm not airplane story.
When someone's in your seat.
No, listen, I was flying. This happened. I was telling Russell about this. I'm flying in this small plane, like one of those, like literally like 2 seats per aisle. It's a layover somewhere. And there was a guy in my window seat. And I was like, normally I'm like, I don't give a shit. But I'm like, hey man, just want to let you know, I'm in 13, A by the window. And the guy goes, no problem. I didn't realize the guy was a fucking like veteran that had no legs, right? So I'm like, oh no, hey man, it's okay. Like you're fine. You can sit here, right? The guy's like, no, it's fine. No, please sit there. No, it's your seat. Dude, the guy has to like roll across the fucking so his wife comes from down another seat, like takes his legs, to him. And then the guy starts like rolling in the aisle. So everyone's looking at me like I'm the biggest asshole ever.
Hey, did she have the wait? Did she have his legs like in a carry-on?
Yeah, like his legs were in like a bag or something. His legs were like on top of the thing.
Yeah, I got it.
And then he had to put them on. And I was like, no, man. I was like, please stay there. And then the guy was like getting angry. And I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna get into a fight. Like, I'm like, okay.
Well, yeah, because he already made the effort. He was already like, what the hell? This guy's just gonna rouse me from my slumber, my legless slumber, and I'm gonna have to hop these bad boys back on and take a hop across the fire where I will triumphantly save everyone.
Dude, I had no idea the guy had no legs. Okay,
sorry,
if I would have known the guy,
I don't know where you're going with this. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help this story. This story is terrible. It's just like what? And on Veterans Day, God damn, bro, what's wrong with you?
It was not on Veterans Day, okay? All right. Then anyway, so what are we gonna talk about?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's on Veterans Day. You're just throwing hey, meanwhile, you're over there throwing veterans out of their seats, not me. Mayhem went to the Chargers open practice to freaking with my MVP teammates. We all went over there, talk to Coach Harbaugh, who snatched my phone and put his number in there, saying, hey, we're going to bring these guys to MVP to work out here at the Chargers facility. How's that for a fucking story?
It's a great story, asshole. Now,
yesterday that happened.
Did it have anything to do with Sean Merriman?
Who that? Listen, Sean Merriman will have his night of fucking fun on December the 6th, because I got Elijah Ndao, the beast from the East Africa, Senegal. This guy is from Paris, really. But man, he is a prospect, bro. Heavyweight, light on his feet, elbows, knees, and toes. This guy is going to kick the hell out of somebody on December 6th for Sean Merriman's.
No, but I'm saying Sean played for the Chargers. Did Sean help make that happen with the whole Veterans Day thing?
Absolutely not. But now that I know that, I'm going to hit Sean up and give him a nice chat about that. Thanks for telling me. Again, Adam, you're instrumental to my success.
Okay. Well, all right. By the way, now, also, my daughter, I thought it was kind of funny. So I used to
think I'm roasting you. You think I'm roasting you.
I don't think you're roasting me. I appreciate you, man. I
got to get on Wi-Fi, dog. I got to get on Wi-Fi. We're not on the same page, bro. We're the best comedy partners, but I can't even see your cute little face.
No, I know. Okay, so you don't have Wi-Fi. Sean, fucking, here's what happens. By the way, if you want to see how fucking annoying like this show sometimes is, McCorkle, Monday. Adam, what day is the next podcast after he misses the last 4, right? I'm literally going to put it in my schedule for the full hour so that nothing else will interrupt. I have 2 stories to tell you guys that are the funniest shit ever. So I go, can we do Thursday at noon? He writes, yes. Now it's 12:30. He's nowhere to be fucking found, right? This is all, I was going to schedule it anyway.
Nobody is around.
But I literally scheduled this because I was like, you know what?
It's just us, bro.
I know.
It's just me way too close the whole time.
Yes, I think this might be him. Or it might be Bill Dawes. I don't know who the fuck this is.
Hello?
And then, hello. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Bill Dawes.
It's Bill Dawes. I saw him on the chat.
Yeah. Bill, how are you? Great. This is the worst. The fucking worst. I got one guy, Mayhem. Either he talks too much where no one could talk,
absolute
or
worst.
His Wi-Fi goes completely out. Okay, and I just hear screaming every third word. Then I have McCorkle, who has 2 hilarious stories that the world
can't even hear. Wi-Fi, nothing.
Then I got Don Fry, who's like, I can't make it. Even if he could make it, he would be 3 days fucking late. And now I got Bill at an airport, right? Bill, where are you? Bill, where are you?
I'm in Orlando, baby.
Okay, dude,
at a Denny's.
You're at a Denny's. Great. Dude, your speakers are making it worse. Okay, you're the only guy I know who puts in earphones that actually makes it worse. Okay, so now I hear none of Mayhem. Mayhem's stealing a fucking car. He's been in a car that's not even his right now, telling me how good he is. He's doing charity for the Chargers in a fucking Grand Theft Auto. I got this motherfucker who I guarantee is not wearing pants in fucking Denny's. The only way I can get this guy, and I told McCorkle to change his fucking screen name. All right, so here we are. Here's Sean. All right, here we go. Let's go. Hey, Sean.
What's up?
We did this podcast because you texted me saying I have 2 hilarious stories Thursday. I'm going to take an hour out of my fucking day, and I guarantee that you have to hear these stories. And then you don't show up for a half a fucking hour. And now when you do show up, you're in a fucking car with like 19 Mexicans in the back who are probably fucking running from ICE. Is this true?
No, I actually have a third story now. I just slapped a dude in the face at Tractor Supply for mouthing off.
What happened?
So that's the third story. This dude mouthed off to me about drying over he doesn't know how to place cones. So this dude doesn't know how to place cones. So he mouthed off like, you're not supposed to drive on new asphalt. I said, you're not supposed to put cones where it makes no sense where to drive. And then he thought he was a tough guy. So he got the old 5-finger of the face. And then he changed his mind. He wasn't so tough anymore after all. It's weird.
Wait.
I went full Nick Diaz on it.
You just in the parking lot because you like his.
I don't know if my reception's bad or your guys' reception's bad or both.
Wait, you slapped the guy in the face, and now are you worried about getting sued? I mean, your hands is bigger than a fucking. Your hand's bigger than a car. Are you worried about getting in trouble for this?
No, he went to sleep for a second, so I don't know if he actually got my driver's license or my license plate number. So he looked tired, so he looked like he needed a break. So he took a nap early today. So
Oh my God.
I gave him a chance. Something
You're
else.
basically on the lam right now. You're on the run from the police currently.
You always
I
do.
gave him talking shit. I said, dude, I wouldn't say anything else if I were you. And he changed. He didn't. He thought he should say something else, so he got to go to sleep. So
Well, legally, that absolves you of all fault. You know, it's the law. Law. It's just the science, really.
Wow. So you're not worried that you knocked somebody out 5 minutes ago?
no, he seemed to be coherent by the time I left, somewhat. So. What's awesome is I went ahead and went in and bought what I wanted and come back out and left.
Sean, there's a good chance there's going to be a warrant out for you.
It happens sometimes.
if he survived, it's only attempted. It's only attempted. You know what I'm saying? He survived.
All right, there we go. So what are these two crazy stories?
Okay, so this one is amazing. You guys may not like it, but I thought it was awesome. By the way, I keep trying to change my screen name and it won't let me. Just because Adam wants me to change it, it will not let me, no matter what I do. I try to change it to Buffers, Fluffer. I try to change like everything. It will not let me do it. So,
all right. So what is this story?
Sometimes I think sometimes you just get branded a YN and it stays with you forever. But so this telemarketing stopped, dude. I mean, like 30 times a day, like messing with me. And so every time I called, like I'd get mad and cuss them out. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to take the kinder, gentler approach. So I let them explain their to me, like on loans for like 20 minutes. And then I tell them I'm not interested after giving them all kind of false information. So that wasn't teaching them their lesson. So this guy calls me. I say, man, I'm sorry. Can you repeat all that? And then he goes over it all again. And I said, can you repeat all that? And so he goes over another 5 or 10 minute thing. He does. Can you repeat that? And he goes over the whole thing again. We do it 4 times. And so I'm running out of ideas. So I said, por favor en español, amigo. Like, say it to him. As God is my witness, the dude said it in Spanish, word for word. Like he also spoke Spanish. He didn't have a Spanish accent. Like he said in perfect Spanish.
Wait, he just left. Come on.
And he's gone.
Oh my God.
That's his closer.
Mayhem is frozen.
Perfect Spanish. Mic drop.
So Mayhem is frozen. Don's still in the waiting room. Oh, and now Mayhem's gone. All right. All right. So
how are you, Adam?
I'm good. I'll continue the stories that I was fucking telling everyone else on Mayhem for in whatever. So I'm with Russell Peters and we're doing shows and it's a lot of Native Canadians. A lot of Native Canadians. We're in Canada. It's like. So I asked the girl, I'm like, oh, what tribe are you in? And she's like, oh, I'm in a carrier tribe. And I said, well, I think if I was a carrier, I'd probably never get laid. Right. And she actually laughed, but I thought that was kind of funny. That's good. Then, yeah, by the way, AI, are you a fan of AI?
I love it.
Really? Game time. NFL playoffs. One of the greatest things you can do is go to an NFL playoff game. Okay. You get to go with other fans. You have fun. You take your family. Listen, Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets for events even easier. Game Time filters out the fluff to show you only the incredible deals on great seats. You don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets to find the best value, okay? Makes it you can save time, and saving time is money. Time is valuable, all right? You pick an upcoming game, you browse through the ticket deals on Game Time Picks, and it's so easy. I do it all the time. I go to concerts on with Game Time. I go to NFL games. I go to WNBA games. Okay, you can go to MMA events. All right, they have curated deals that make it easier to find the best price to get great seats. They have the super deal, which is the best value for that event. You get the seat views, so you don't like stuck behind a goalpost or you're sitting in the parking lot, whatever it is. They have the lowest price guarantee, and they have event cancellation protection, job loss protection, etc. All right, go to Game Time Picks. All right, they make it easier for sports, concerts, comedy, theater. They have all-in pricing. You get the seat views, you get ticket coverage, and you get the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. What are you waiting for, people? Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. That's right. Create an account, redeem your code CLNS for $20 off. All right. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. I'm telling you, it's awesome. You're going to thank me later. Check it out right now.
Less thinking for me? Oh, perfect. I use ChatGPT for fucking everything. Literally everything I use ChatGPT.
All right, that part I like, but I hate when I watch a cute animal video and I'm like, oh, look. It's
yeah.
cow and a duck and they're best friends. And I'm all excited about this cow and duck. They're like, oh, what a wonderful story. And it's a fucking AI. Like,
just give, hey, the AI is trying to make the world a better place. Just give into it. It's all real. We're in the Matrix anyway. It's just the Matrix on top of the Matrix.
Are we in the Matrix?
Believe it. Yeah, we're in the Matrix, and the AI is the double Matrix.
Mayhem,
by the way, in Canada, do they call black people African Canadians in Canada?
No, that would be that would make sense though, right? If they did.
I think so, right?
They don't really. I think they just say that they're either Canadians or they say what part of Africa they're from. Like, oh, I'm from Cameroon, but I don't think that they say African Canadians. But that would make sense though, right?
America is the only country that like feeds into that weird separation. Like,
yeah,
like we do it like, I don't know. Well, I don't even know if it was like the mass media. I think it was maybe black groups started going, no, we're African American, because they set themselves Afro-American. So I don't know the exact origins of that, but I would guess that it's an American-centric thing. Like, other countries don't hyphenate.
Did you guys watch the Rod Stewart son fight?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, what was the celebration?
All right, so
Rod celebration started miming.
So he gets knocked out in 20 seconds, right? They don't even have his name. They just have Rod Stewart's son as the thing.
Oh my God!
It doesn't even say Sean Stewart. Like, how hard is it to write Sean? I mean, so he starts off. He's throwing some punches. He's looking like he's fighting a guy that's like 30 pounds lighter than him. The guy's like 2 foot shorter. The guy comes out with a left hook. Rod Stewart's son, who I guess I Googled the guy. I did AI. He's been to rehab a lot. I'm not sure I'm not even sure why he's doing it. He's in his 40s. The other guy was in his 20s. He gets knocked on his ass out cold, and the guy starts like blowing, but not even like going like he's doing a whole with the fucking yeah. Oh man, I don't know. I kind of felt
5,000.
I kind of felt bad for Rod Stewart's son. Number one, they don't have his name. Number two, he gets knocked out in 20 seconds. Number three, this is probably. This is probably. You
gotta earn that. You gotta earn that nepotism hard way.
Yeah, but also like he probably thinks he's tough. He probably was like a guy who's like, oh, he was a tough. Like he probably had some street fights or something, or fights at bars or clubs, and was like known as
in the mean streets of Burbank.
That's right. I mean, yeah. Think about it. Rod Stewart's son, right? He's like rolling around at rich guy parties, fighting a tough air. You know what I mean?
Fighting nobody.
And then, he goes, hangs out at these weird events, Misfits boxing. He's like a jet setter rolling around the world doing cocaine with his friends. And then one day he's like, oh, what? I can take 30 grand for putting my dad's name on the scoreboard and getting knocked the fuck out. Here I go.
Yeah.
Dude, but like he's probably like after rehab, he's like, boxing's my new obsession. And he probably has some like Hills fucking
This time. Yeah. It's how Ryan Garcia started his career.
He had Ryan Garcia was like an amateur champion. He had a lot of like he was a real boxer. He is a real boxer. He had like some young, Junior Olympics bullshit, whatever it was.
But you're just like Rogan. I gotta explain my jokes to you.
But Rod Stewart's son, after like You know, after his last stint in rehab, he found boxing. He's like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. And he's doing like two a days. And he's got a celebrity trainer holding the mitts for him. And
oh no, I already read what this was actually.
What?
Rod Stewart's son went to rehab in Vegas actually, and inside the chow hall there, he found a DVD of Dana White's boxer size workouts.
Shut up.
He got into it, and then there you go, the rest is history.
You were lying.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, it was in Rolling Stone magazine. They did an expose on the whole thing.
Dude,
they found an old tape of Dana White teaching women how to box, a boxercise class, early in his career. Yeah, and he motivated Rod Stewart's son to be the champion he is today.
Who's on our other screen? That's not even Bill Dawes. Who is that? What the fuck was that?
Sean McCorkle Part 2, baby. We got McCork back.
Oh,
yeah.
Is that? Oh, that's what's his name? Oh, I know that guy. Yeah. He's hilarious. That guy. He's the German Marco Mario.
Mario, Marco, Mario. Call me whatever, dude.
So Mario is Mario is is like the Matt Rife of Germany, and he's he's killing it.
He's like, fuck you, dude. God damn.
Dude, this guy gave my wife, he gave me a calendar to give to my wife. It's just him, all these naked men. He has a calendar of him, all these naked
my wife is familiar.
Dude. And Adam won't stop talking about it. He brings up every time, dude. It's on your mind, obviously, a lot. So I'm glad.
He's fucking he's shredded. Dude is shredded with all these dudes, and then he's got a hot wife. None of it makes any fucking sense. None of it makes any sense. But
wait, Adam, did you say he's the Matt Rife of Germany?
I love how that doesn't make sense.
Yes.
A hot shred dude with a hot wife. What's going on?
He said he gave your wife a STI?
Yes, of course. That's what I said. What were you saying, Sean?
I said, did you say he was the Matt Rife of Germany?
Yes.
So he's like the Matt Reich.
Oh God.
Hey. That's right.
That was a good one.
My middle name is Third. I'm Third. That's right. Matt Reich the Third.
I can't believe I didn't think of that first.
I can. Now, Sean, what were you saying? The rest of the story it got cut off.
Okay, real quick. The rest of the story. So I told the guy to say it again in Spanish because my abuela just looked at me, and so he repeated it in Spanish. And then after he said that, I said, I heard that on TV once, and I think it means it in French, and started speaking French to explain it to me, and I lost it, dude. Like, I started dying laughing. He's like the best salesman ever and very versatile, right? So
this guy is
I then told him, I started laughing. I said, dude, you don't have to do that. I said, like, what is going on? I said, where are you from? He said, India, and then it all made sense.
I
don't know.
Nice. Good work.
Did I tell you guys about the time that I was trying to date an Indian girl, and she didn't want to go out to dinner with me, and so I said, do you want to play Cowboys and Indians instead? And she didn't like it.
I'm shocked.
Okay, my last story that you'll like. I got my other funny story. So I'm in this place buying weed gummies that are now legal for some reason in Indiana. I don't know what's going on, but it's like a Delta 8 is legal now. So I'm in this place, and the guy is obviously from the Middle East. And as I was like talking bad about banks and about how this company, like the UFC's company, isn't giving anybody their money, you know? And so I was saying, like, it's company Angie. I don't know how I got talking about it, and that's all I can do is bitch about them not paying me my money. And I said something. He goes, well, you know who the banks are owned by, right?
Oh, no.
And since he was Arab, I had a pretty good idea of who he thought they were owned by.
Right.
And so I said, yeah, I know the rumors. And he's like, yeah. And I said, so where are you from originally? He said, Palestine. And then I don't know. It turned awesome. I said, man, you probably really hate bankers then, huh? So I don't know. And I told him that people that live in Gaza shouldn't throw stones or glass Gaza, something like that. I don't mind. But
this is the one I would really like.
I said, like, people that live in glass houses or Gaza shouldn't throw stones.
Oh God. Oh God. All right. Did you guys see the Josh Hokit fight from last week? So
was that Rod Stewart Jr.'s opponent?
No. So Josh Hokit is a guy who's a professional or almost made the NFL. and he was the guy that won Dana White's. When he went on the first series, he said, "Listen, I'm a superstar, a superhero here to take out the sex traffickers and the transgenders." And he dresses like Macho Man Randy Savage, and he goes, "Those are the real evils of the." Sean? Did you ever see that one?
Oh, I can't wait to though. That sounds amazing.
Okay, let me see if I can find it. Well, anyway, so this guy, this guy won again, and now this guy, and he started doing all these rhymes. Like he's right out of. He goes by the Incredible Hawk, Hok. He's undefeated in the UFC, and this guy's a character. So this was his first win, which we saw. But since Sean didn't see it, I still want to show Sean. Hold on. So share screen. All right, here we go. This was his first win.
That's great. Me and him both want to fight this week.
White have decided
to
get rid of this unentertaining heavyweight division. And instead, we're going to create the Incredible Hulk division. But my opponents won't be these lazy, boring heavyweights. My opponents will be sex traffickers.
Wait, it keeps switching, right?
Rapists. Hell, you can even throw the transgenders in there. Line them all up. And one by one, I give them a good old American beatdown inside the octagon to show the world that there's consequences for these types of behaviors in America. I get his partner, Dana White, lazy, boring heavyweights.
But Randy Savage, you know what I mean? He probably needs a little more cocaine and steroids. Yeah. But there's hope for him. I think he has a beginning to something great.
You know how hard that's going to make Sean Shelby's job to only match him up with transgenders, rapists, and pedophiles?
Man. Guard on Chino for a little while. He'll figure it out.
So he's only going to match up with transgenders and pedophiles.
Are you telling me this guy is a heavy?
They're going to have to Joe Silva back to make those matches. They're going to need extra help.
Yeah, he's a heavyweight.
Yeah, I know.
The guy's a heavyweight. And then after he won last week, so now he's undefeated, this guy. And after he won
last, that explains why I got that text. I got that text asking if I was interested in making a comeback and how do I feel like I am on the inside. UFC. I figured maybe they're trying to make a match.
That's so funny. Yeah.
First of all, that guy looks Middle Eastern, so I think he's cosplaying as American.
So he won last week, and here was his speech. All right.
I'm the talk of the town, the USA sound, the most profound, the boy toy, the joy, the master of disaster, the truth speaking, pastor's pastor, the biggest arm, the most charm, the one that's gonna do all the harm. I'm more than meets the eye. I'm even sweeter than your grandma's homemade apple pie. And lastly, I'll leave you with this. I always
dropped out.
That part was really terrifying.
Yeah, it dropped out. Like I didn't hear shit at the end of that. So whatever. I mean, where is this Habibi from, and why is he cosplaying an American?
He's actually from Bakersfield.
Oh,
he's from Bakersfield.
He was a two-time All-American wrestler. And the guys, I mean, he's entertaining.
He's fighting in the UFC.
He said he's the talk of the town, but man, the Apex was dead ass empty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like how this guy is making his own destiny like a good Sean McCorkle, just talking shit to everybody. Where it's like, fuck you guys, I'm badass. Funny. And that's what he's doing. We're talking about him. Everybody's kind of hyped up about him. So, how about his fight? How did he finish the guy, or was
he knocked the guy out in 30 seconds. Basically, he like got behind him, threw him against the kid. Yeah.
So the UFC fight?
The guy he beats, like, what if the guy he beats identifies as Toronto?
Yep. His pronouns. Yeah.
So
that's crazy. I guess the next opponent could wear like lipstick and like high heels to the weigh-in. I don't know. This guy's maybe weird knockout with him in the clinch. Like this guy has phobia written all over Bakersfield, especially. He might be a little racist too. You never know. He like maybe throwing. I feel like he's dog whistling me to hate other minorities or something.
Yeah. Big Fuentes fan, you know it.
That's what I'm saying. This guy's a groiper for life, huh? Him and Jake Shields probably rub butts together.
I know he's his next opponent won't wear high heels and lipstick because Dominic Cruz isn't even in.
Oh God!
Right, you're still with that?
Yeah,
what about Buffer, bro? What about Buffer?
All right, so I think I don't know what the Wi-Fi problem is. It's annoying. I'm sorry to the people trying.
What do you mean? Hey, what are you talking about? I'm at home now. No Wi-Fi problems. Sean McCorkle driving through the back fucking cornfields of India right now. Who do you think Wi-Fi problem it is? It's Sean.
It might be mine too. It honestly might be mine also. So now they're saying Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight is finalized for Netflix in December. Listen, if Jake Paul fights Anthony, I will give him so much credit for fighting Anthony Joshua. I don't see how Anthony Joshua does not knock him out in one round. I mean, he's bigger.
No, I do. Not one round.
Why?
I think that because Jake Paul will have impregnable defense for at least the first couple rounds, man, like maybe 3 or 4. Like he'll be shielded. I'm just looking at it. If I coach Jake
Paul.
Jake Paul, I know what I got. If I'm working with him, okay, this guy has power punches and is not the fastest dude ever. So we're gonna make a game plan where we put a shield, walk Joshua down, and then clench with them anytime some power shots go, and then back out and start again. So you just put your head in his chest and fist fight him instead of let him stand on the outside and fence you, where he's jabbing you from long range and throwing big. Wait, the southpaw? I don't remember. But you know what I'm saying? You cannot fight him long. You have to fight him short. And then Jake has the ability to put a fucking knuckle on his chin and knock him out. It's real. He can.
Mayhem, this guy, he's 36 years old. He's a 2-time heavyweight champion. He was an Olympic gold medalist. He was he's had his record of 28 wins and 4 losses. I mean, he's fought some of the best guys in the world.
They're picking him out, and they also understand he has a paper plate for a head. Like he has been knocked out
by guys that are 270,
sleep.
I mean, he's by guy. I mean, he's 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't matter how it starts. You've been in the fight game long enough where you see a guy lose a knockout, big hard knockout. Sometimes in boxing, after one knockout, guys will retire because it's done. Because now you cannot take the damage that you once could. And so the reality starts set in as age goes up. And Jake Paul's team knows that. They're not stupid people. That, okay, there's a good chance that we can finish him off. On top of that, they might have some inside information that we don't have. Like he lost his old training camp. He doesn't have the same type of people around him anymore. Money dries up and people walk away. Is Anthony Joshua, how big a payday is it going to be for him? And how big a payday,
I don't know. I just
tell me those.
I know he's 4 of his last 5 wins. He knocked out Ngannou in 2 rounds. His only losses are to Usyk, DeBoss, and Andrew Ruiz, which he avenged that loss. Sean, what do you think of this fight?
100% a dangerous fight for Jake Paul. So dangerous. But, the reality is like he has a chance. You're acting like it's a watch.
Well, not to mention the fact that we've already established Jake Paul, these fights are a little bit fixed to a degree. There's a little bit of chicanery going on.
It's
with Mike Tyson, like, hey, Mike, don't swing so hard.
Yeah, if you throw the bar mitzvah, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna listen to your playlist. And Jake Paul is setting the playlist all the time.
My Wi-Fi's so bad, I thought I heard Adam say, Sean, what do you think? Anyway, so, I think if Jake Paul even lasts 3 rounds, it's undeniable proof that he's a real boxing talent or that the devil buys souls at a hefty price. Because if he even hangs with Anthony Joshua, dude, he sold his soul to Satan. There's no way That fight should not last at all.
No, I know. He should win.
Let's game it out. If you're Jake Paul and this is your promotion and all the money in the world depends on this thing, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that the fight is exciting at least several rounds. So I guarantee you there's going to be
Josh Paul made $30 million in his career. He doesn't need the money. He's not fighting one of these guys who like.
Oh, really? Is that how rich people work? They don't need the money anymore?
No, but these boxers, they're making. What was that, Mayhem?
I said, have you ever said, "Oh, I wish I would made less money"? Like, come on, dude. This
No, but I'm saying it's not like he's
needs the money.
The guy who needs the money or who kind of, even like a Mike Perry. Like, how much money has Mike Perry really probably saved and made? I mean, some of the guys that he's going up against, these boxers make ridiculous money. Especially heavyweight boxers at that level. So, I mean,
yeah,
so I don't think he's gonna need $1 million just to like throw a fight. That's what I'm trying to say.
Bro, that's nice to have. On top, there's a possibility that he can walk in there and just fucking level the guy in the first fucking round. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like knock him out and be a hero because everyone hates Jake Paul. So it's like a win-win-win. Gonna get paid. There's a possibility to finish this early, go home early, and have a bunch of money. And on top of that, America going, "Wow, we love you, buddy. You beat up the bad guy."
So in his career,
right or wrong?
So according to Forbes, reports that Joshua, as of 2024, has made $75 million in his career.
Yeah.
So I don't think he spent.
And he probably blew it all at one night at the club.
You want him to buy another Lamborghini?
If there's anything I know about pro heavyweight fighters, is they're very astute with their money.
No, you're right.
Yeah, they're perfect. Of course. My financial advisor is Mark Coleman.
All right, so the fight.
Throw Coleman under the bus.
Are you guys? By the way, meanwhile, my wife got mad at me because she's taking a cheerleading class now. That's like the new buzz in LA. For girls who used to be cheerleaders in their 30s and 40s. She's 35. So she's like, me and my friends are taking a cheerleading class. I'm like, what are you going to cheer for? Menopause? And she walked out.
Why? That's a good joke. She's got to appreciate the structure at least.
She did laugh. She laughed and then texted her like group friends that what I said. All right. So now schedule this week. Sean McCorkle. Do you know what's going on this week?
Seems like Jake Paul is fighting Gervonta Davis. Last I heard.
No, Gervonta Davis went to jail beating up a stripper. All right, so UFC 3.
I'll be there with him in about 30 minutes, probably.
UFC 322. Jack Della Maddalena versus Makayev. That's Madison Square Garden this week. Islam versus Jack Della Maddalena. I'll just call him JDM so I don't butcher his name. At 170. Islam is going up to 170 to take the title of Jack. It should be a good fight. Jack is 18-2.
Yeah.
His last wins were over he beat Bilal Muhammad, he beat Gilbert Burns, he beat Kevin Holland, he beat Randy Brown. He hasn't lost in a long time. And Islam is 27 wins and 1 loss. Mayhem walked out of the room. So Mayhem, what do you like in this fight?
Because this is the interesting part of the show instead of all your stupid stories about airplane peanuts.
All right.
That is the bigger man. This is exciting. The guy's coming up. Doesn't look like he bulked huge from the photos I saw. Islam, it looks strong, but the weight factor is gonna weigh upon this fight. I don't think he's going to finish Jack early on, and I think Jack will be able to survive this fight. And that's Jack's entire discography. It looks like is like Gilbert Burns kept getting him down and like pounding on him, and he just kept surviving and popping back up, and that's it. But stop the grip strength of damn Islam Makhachev, like just locking him down and holding him. I don't know. What say ye guys?
You just said 5 minutes and gave us no prediction. What was that?
Oh, you want to predict it? I just did. I said, man, if Jack can really like dig deep and
No,
fucking burst out and
I
like
don't like
round
it if he can. If this happens, who wins this fight?
but the reality is, I don't know. I don't know how hard a guy's trained. I'm leaning towards Jack because I want to believe that he can. But the likely outcome is that Islam keeps grounding him out, and like it's going to be what was that fight? I think it was 205 or whatnot. It was very similar circumstance. Maybe it was 85, where the guy just had a better base of wrestling and just kept chain wrestling the guy to the
Chimaev versus DDP. Yep.
Wait, who did Chimaev fight in that fight?
Against DDP, right? Dreykus?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It was like, okay, big strong guy that doesn't have a real diaspora of wrestling. He only knows a few basic escapes and doesn't know the intricacies yet. And that might be what we're looking at. Islam just chain wrestling him to the floor and keep working them. But you know, the big thing is the size difference going up away and Jack holding his fucking guts. So it's Islam all night or Jack later in the fight scoring a knockout.
Bill?
I was going to say the exact same thing.
Oh, great.
No, I'm kidding. I don't know. I like Islam just because I just don't see him losing.
Sean?
He looks too good to me.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Make sure my Wi-Fi's not bad. Okay. Yeah, I think, man, I don't know. It's interesting. I heard Buffer talking about the fight. He said if Islam ends up on his back and the champ's on top, that he's going to help the champ back off. Like
Sean, if you die and go to hell, what if it's just Buffer and Cruz waiting to fuck you in the ass for like
it'd be worse than like marriage. That would not. God, my wife.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just go see article.
All right. Well, until his
Perfect.
Wi-Fi gets better,
Islam Makhachev and Jack Baina, the two New York City heroes.
Heel hook. Got it. I heard heel hook. I think that Islam wins this fight. I think that he's a star, like you said, and I just think these Dagestani guys are just once they become stars, they don't lose.
That's true.
It's like he's probably like a god where he lives right now, and that this is all these guys do. There's no alcohol, there's no chicks, there's no there's their wives, but there's no like they have no distractions. I feel like their distractions are like what was that, Sean?
More like an Allah than a god where he lives, but that's me.
Right, oh God, right. Allah. He's an Allah where he lives. Yeah, yeah. And now the other fight. There's a lot of good fights on this card. Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili is going to fight Shevchenko. Zhang Weili, I think, wins this fight. Almost like was designed.
She's won already, right? She's beat Shevchenko already, right?
No. They've never fought before. She's going up class to fight her. She was the champion at 115, and now she's going up to 125.
Oh, okay.
And she looks like the perfect fighter. It's like almost like if you build a fighter in a lab, it's just all muscle. I don't see any weaknesses. When she beat Tatiana Suarez, I thought Suarez was going to win because I'm like, oh, this girl's wrestling is so good, and this girl.
This is her vagina. That's it, bro. That's it. And I don't know if that thing's open for business, but I'm gonna put my hat in the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, hold on. All I heard was her for her vagina. What was the first thing you said?
No, I mean I said her only weakness is her vagina, but as a fighter,
her only soft spot may be her vagina.
That's what I'm saying. Like she's an unstoppable, tankable.
Now, Mayhem. Your girlfriend now is a wonderful, beautiful girl, smart, just everything you could imagine.
She knows I'm joking, but hey, look, what did she do?
No. What I'm saying is, for a while though, it was like if you see Mayhem, there's always 19 Asian girls around him. Like that was your thing. Always
an Asian thing now. Okay, yeah, Weili. I was just making it like a beast of a woman. You know what I'm saying? I bet like if you made out with her, you know, like pregnant. Like, Jesus Christ, that's like quite a woman, like such a skill athlete, such a strong woman, like made of, I don't know what the hell. Yeah, but maybe it was in Wuhan.
But how did you get off your Asian addiction, female? Because
here's the thing, you call it addiction, buddy. I fought in Japan. I like all my friend groups were Asian people, Chinese dudes. I had a lot of homies like that. So like you made it like a weird fetish. That's the chicks I hung out with. So
no, I went to his birthday party. He went to his birthday party. It was like underground, and it was just Mayhem in like a fur coat with like nothing under it, right? And then there was like 50 Asian girls. One of them had like a sword in the back. There was a girl with like eating fire. There was fucking another girl with like nunchucks. It was, I've never seen it.
It was like Kill Bill.
Yeah, it was a real good party. Yeah, it was so weird. Like, I know, I know that it was cosplay before that was a thing.
Dude,
I had two.
I'm not exaggerating. Like literally everywhere you looked, it was like almost like one of those what's that Keanu Reeves movie where he kills his dog? What's it?
John Wick.
Yeah, that was kind of a John Wick. So I never thought about it that way. You're right. It was like a gangster party where it's like underground with a whole bunch of hot chicks like dressed up in cosplay.
Dude, every John Wick movie, he goes into some club where it's just nonstop raving, dancing, and then he ends up killing 10,000 people. Like, for no reason.
Fighting two Filipinos on a glass floor. Yeah, I know.
That was Mayhem's party. Except it was all Asian women and Mayhem in a fur coat with sunglasses. Like that was.
It wasn't fun. Be fair with Chilla.
Dude. Also on this card, Sean Brady. Sean Brady, who's 18-1, who's a monster. His only loss is to Bilal Muhammad. Said he had a bad night, and I believe him. It was a bad night, but this guy, he's fighting this guy Michael Morales, who's 18-0. Whose last wins were against Gilbert Burns, knocked him out in 1 round. He knocked out Neil Magny in 1 round. He knocked out Jake Matthews. Well, he beat Jake Matthews. He beat Max Griffin. These guys never lost. 18-0 versus 18-1. Like, this is a good fight. This almost should be like a headlining on a fight night. I'm surprised that this is a great fight. 18-0 versus 18-1. 2 guys in there.
That's the undercard.
That's on that's the 3rd fight. Yeah, so that's the 2 title fights. And then it's Leon Edwards against Carlos Pratis. That's a good fight. Beneil Dariush versus Benoit St. Denis. Bo Nickal's on this card. Bo Nickal, wrestler. He's fighting Rodolfo Vieira, who's 11-3. His nickname is the Black Belt Hunter. That should be that.
Why?
Why is he the Black Belt Hunter? I don't know. It's his nickname. Gregory Rodriguez, RoboCop's on this card against Roman Kopylov.
Well, what I'm asking is, do you know anything about Bo Nickal's opponent? Because, this guy had a lot of heat and everybody's like turned on him. And I think that's an interesting story. So everybody's talking about how he should do.
So he beat Trayshawn Gore. He lost to Andre Prokowski wrestling wise. So I think maybe he beat Armand Petrosian. He beat Cody Brundridge. He lost to Chris Curtis. So I'm thinking that because
you think that he gets wrestled but everyone could see that Bo Nickal is good again.
Right. That's what I think they're doing. But because they're putting him up against a really good grappler. Tracy Cortez is a 50.5 against Aaron Blanchard.
And admire the majesty of this woman's perfect body. Like, what is that woman, Tracy Cortez? That's like Adora's great-granddaughter, huh? It's like beautiful, really weird.
She's got a great story, too. Her brother was a fighter who passed away, and it got her into fighting. She had, no background. She's just a really good athlete and tough Mexican.
Yeah, good athlete. A lot of riz, like a very charismatic.
Yeah, very
right, too. And like this too, bro. We're both over it. I think we're over it. Should we call it
the podcast?
I mean, I'm really excited about the card after. appreciate you doing this show. And I feel like we're educating the masses about at least my driving skills.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. So other news stories that came out. So it came out today that Hitler had a micro penis and one testicle. That's in the news today.
Not true. Is that true? Because if that's true, bro, that's bananas. Here's why. Because I just had this story on the Adam Carolla show where the Golden State Killer's penis was micro also. So it goes with my theory that culture's, society's pressure on penis size will drive a man to do horrible things. Probably he saw a circumslong and was so mad at Jewish people that he just killed 6 million, bro. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare, bro.
Number one, it probably is true, but why would it come out now? Like, I mean, did they find pictures?
No, that's what I think. That's just fake. That's fake, huh?
So, did you see that? Did you see
the
that?
books that I read about Hitler, all the time that I spent reading his tome Mein Kampf, he never mentioned that. It said 900 pages. He didn't say I have a tiny dick.
And one testicle. First of all, having one testicle isn't the most. I have 2 testicles, but I would say the tiny penis has probably got to be more embarrassing than the one testicle. If it's one big testicle, I don't know if that.
I know. I never let anyone know about my third.
Have you heard about the Housekeeper Olympics that went on this week?
Bro, I run those all the time. I make my girl fucking complete that real quick. Like, quick. I time everybody. My stepdaughter is doing the chores for super. I'm like, all right, time. All right, put all the kids in her box outside and you get your gold medal.
So it was the 35th annual Housekeeper Olympics to place in Las Vegas. Who can make the bed the fastest? Who can mop the best?
Honduran.
The Mexicans, they win every category. The winner gets to have Arnold Schwarzenegger's baby. Also, Scott Weiner, who is the congressman looking to fill in Nancy Pelosi's spot. They have pictures of him. He's a gay congressman. He goes to a lot of like leather fetish places. He's always in leather. And the girl that was in.
Hey, who can we get that will piss the Republicans off more than Nancy Pelosi? I got it. Hey, the motorcycle guy from the Village People. Here we go. Let's go. And hey, bonus, he works across the aisle because Trump loves white MCA, bro. Loves it. So, you know what I mean? He's already working across the aisle.
So he was in a fight. So the girl that was in the Gold's Gym locker room that saw the dicks, the black girl.
Yeah.
So her last name is Hyman, right? She's a black lesbian.
Weiner versus Hyman. Hey, I can't wait for the civil trial.
So she went to confront Weiner at a meeting. Mrs. Hyman, it was a black Hyman, went to confront a white Weiner at this thing. They kicked her out because they were booing him because his whole answer was trans women are women, which was ridiculous. Like, that was not the question. She's like, are you going to protect, she's a lesbian. And then she got up. She's like, I'm a black lesbian. So it's this whole thing going on right now.
Crazy is that she went lesbian later. And actually what's happening is their sons are headlining the next Apex card. Hyman versus Weiner in a 5-round extravaganza.
The number 1 country song in America is by an AI artist. Have you seen this?
Oh yeah. Fucking fucking Robot Brooks.
Yeah.
Blame it all on my folks. I showed up with nothing.
His songs are all about the not charging your battery. And now porn star Jenna Jameson says she wants to now help people find Jesus. I don't know if you saw this.
Hey, listen here. I'll follow her into whatever confessional she wants to go into. You know?
Spending a lot of time on her knees. She says she's putting the hoe in holy. And she wants people to spread the word. So
hey, look, man, I've seen her take so many communions. To me, it's great to see her, drinking the blood of Jesus.
Kim Kardashian failed the bar exam. First, she blamed ChatGPT for giving her the wrong answers. But now she says she's blaming her psychic because her psychic said that she was going to pass.
Yeah.
So she no longer believes in fortune tellers because of this.
That's the her fucking tarot said her ass was going to get that worked.
And finally, newly reelected mayor Jacob Fry, who's the mayor of Minnesota, he's getting backlash for giving his victory speech in Somali. People saying he was pandering. He also got malaria halfway through the speech. But yeah, so people are mad that he's pandering, but because there's a big Somalian.
Mayor?
He's the mayor of Minnesota.
Oh, I saw it. He put his hand on the Bible and he said, "Look at me. I am the mayor now." Goodbye, folks. MMA Roasted 2025.
You're the best. Take care, man.
Bye.